So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Lindsay Susie, and I am a Pro 3 in the business. I got started in May of 2017. Good family friend Jamie Williams introduced me to the products, and I jumped in with the business right away, and it's just been a very life-changing for my entire family. It's super exciting. But I'm going to kick off the call tonight with some of our announcements. So today is the last day of the month, so June 30th. So a couple things that we need to all make sure that we are active and qualified to get paid. So we need to make sure that we all have a personal order of at least 40 in volume. We need at least 100 in personal volume to get paid the 30%, and then 200 in personal volume to get paid at the 40%. So it's a good idea to go through, make sure that your personal orders have gone through, and then also make sure that, double check that all your customers' orders and all your distributors' orders have gone through. Sometimes cards get expired, etc., and people aren't aware of it. So it's always good to go back and check that with the last day of the month. Again, remember, if you're Pro 3 to Pro 6, we need 100 in new volume to get qualified for the generational matching bonus. And that's always a big piece, so that's important. And then also just double check, see who's in your holding tank. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about with the holding tank, you can ask your upline, but we have 30 days to place people in our organization to maximize our compensation. So that's always good to look at as well. And then today is the last day for Anniversary Mania. So anybody we have in our pipelines that, are talking, maybe interested with the business, today is the last day to get that $50 savings with our enrollment pack. So that's pretty exciting. And then also we need to make sure that we're all registered for Kansas City if you're able to make that work. This is our 10-year anniversary. That's pretty exciting. I think corporate has some fun things in store for us, and we need to all keep in mind that if we're wanting to grow our LifeVantage business, that attending corporate events is one of the most important pieces of that growth. So I'm super excited to announce that starting tomorrow, July 1st, we are going to do another Dash for Cash. I'm super excited for this. I'm a little bit competitive. I think all of us are a little competitive. So we did this in May, and it was super fun. I loved it. I actually won, and that was exciting. But it's going to run from July 1st to July 7th, and the winners will be recognized. There's going to be, again, 5 winners. We're going to give more information on this, but I'm just going to go over a little bit. Basically, this Dash for Cash is just really to get us all doing the actions, being consistent and doing the correct behaviors. So basically rewarding us for, doing behaviors. So each day there will be, at the end of the day, we will, everybody who's participating will go ahead and fill out the sheets. I don't know if most of you participated in May, but so you will get a point for how many tools you send. So that is like an invite. When you send an invite for someone to look at information. So maybe inviting them to a meeting, sending out the Biohack and Activate link, and then also any live Zooms when you invite them. So that will be 1 point. And then any follow-up. So after you've sent an invite, you want to make sure that you follow up with that person. So keep track of how many follow-ups you're doing each day. And then the people that you get in front of an overview presentation. So that can be somebody who is able to attend a live meeting, somebody that you send an overview presentation to, like a recorded Zoom, or even a live Zoom that we have offered throughout the week. And then also people who you get to a 3-way chat. So, once somebody's seen an overview, you reach out to one of your upline and you get a 3-way conversation. You earn points for that as well. So the person with the most behaviors typically has the most enrollment. So this is basically to get us in the habits of following the system and the roadmap, as well as being consistent in our business. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, I I don't know if there's really any more announcements that I have down. So I think we have Miss Jamie Williams who's next. So Jamie, I'll go ahead and let you take over.
Awesome. Thanks, Linz. Can you guys all tell that Lindsay's maybe been out in the sun a little bit this weekend? You're like
Yeah,
a
I'm a little burnt.
beach babe. You better get some step 4 on that skin of yours.
I know.
Guys, I'm so excited to be on this call. Most of you probably haven't even seen my face for a long time because I'm actually hiding out in my baby's room right now. I've locked all the doors that lead to this hallway so I can be alone. So I am so excited to hop on here. For those of you who don't know me, because I'm looking at the screen, you guys, I see so many new faces to me, and that is exciting. I don't know how many are brand new. I mean, we're probably cross-lined from each other, but you haven't probably met me, some of you. I'm Jamie Williams. I'm a Pro 5 from Hastings. Shauna is my direct enroller, so I've kind of been her wingman, chasing her down around town. So I am super excited about what LifeVantage has done for me, but I am an exercise specialist in cardiac rehab, which I should probably just stop saying that because I haven't been to work forever, because LifeVantage is really my job and it's really where my heart is at. So probably next time I'll just stop saying that is my background because I don't do that anymore. But I am on the call so that I can talk to you about what we do with our new people. And when I look at all these faces, I'm assuming some of you are probably pretty new to LifeVantage. I've been in the business I'm right around 3 years already. That's how much fun I've had. It's flying by. But what we do with these new people, this is totally different, this business from when I started. And I feel like we have absolutely every stepping stone put in place. The work has been done. The guidelines have been laid in front of us by the people that have already done this. We don't have to be creative and recreate the wheel because it's already been done. We're seeing massive success with our upline with John and Shauna and Bridget and Jeremy and all these people that are teaching us and showing the way. So if we just plug in and do what they're showing us what to do, there's guaranteed success to happen. And I'm even more excited because tonight is the kickoff for the actual training units to walk through them after the call that Shauna's going to take the horn on this and lead us through that for anybody that wants to stay on the line afterwards. But we're going to talk about what do we do with our new people. I will tell you, don't let people wait for it. Okay, when they get enrolled, roll with that excitement. Why did they enroll? Because they're excited about what they're learning. They're excited about the people that introduced this to them. I hope that when people see our presentations and they're around our team, they feel the passion, they feel the urgency, they want to be part of this. So run with that. There's so much to be excited about. The possibilities for changing people's health, the possibility for changing people's financial home life, whatever that might look like for people. You guys, there's so many opportunities with this. So be excited about it because it's very real. We're seeing this happen for so many people. And I love that it's been for people that are all across different backgrounds, different professions. We can all do this, so never doubt yourself. But we want to run with that urgency, okay? When you get somebody involved, keep that fire burning. Absolutely keep it burning. Because what happens is if you let somebody go home and you don't talk to them for 24, 48 hours, guess what is human nature and happens? Self-doubt. I don't know if I can do this. All of a sudden I was really excited, but now I'm really scared. It's because this might be brand new. I can tell you most of us that I've talked to on this line, you never did network marketing before. You had no idea what this looked like. And sometimes you're just like, this new, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can do it. And that self-doubt and that fear sets in. And we don't want that to happen. So what you want to do is roll with that excitement and get them engaged right away. Plug them in to the team. Introduce them to the team, send that welcome message so that they feel the love, they feel the support, that they know people are genuinely excited to have them on board. And then we'll show them what's next. Sit down and let's make a list of who the people that we want to share with right away. And that's something that Shauna is going to cover in these training units because that's part of what we do. We want to make everything that we do duplicatable, so that when the next new person comes in, we can show them exactly what we did to get going. But here's what I will absolutely point out, because when I went to the Pro 5 Summit this last year, they spoke about this a lot. When you can get a new distributor their first check right away, I mean, if you can get it to them in the first week, that's fantastic. If you can get it to them in the first month, enroll somebody, enroll a customer, enroll a distributor to run with them in their first month, guess what that does to their belief? Skyrockets, because all of a sudden they realize that wasn't so hard. You know, people trust me, people believe me, people value what I have to say. And when you can get them plugged in and believing in themselves, believing in the system, believing in what we're doing, their belief goes through the roof. And then guess what? They do it again, and they do it again, and they do it again. Yes, we're going to get shot down by some people, but those are the people you just have to learn to sift through and move on. Okay, they're not roadblocks, they're just little hurdles. You got to get past them to get to the good ones that you're sifting through. But we will talk about when you guys can get people, and I love that the company has put this in place in the compensation plan. When you can get people to the rank of Pro 3, Pro 2, Pro 3 quickly, their longevity, the stats show their longevity, they stay in this business for years. Years, guys. What does that do to the stability of the company, the stability of your own business? They will stay with you. They'll continue to engage. That's why we want to get people to the rank of Pro 3. That's why we have these pace setter programs, because it's incentivizing them to run hard, run fast, and they're obviously going to build a business alongside of that. So they're getting good training, good behaviors that they're doing every day, but you're getting them money also. So on the back end, they're seeing, hey, I really could turn this into something. And I will tell you, for some of you that I don't know if you're in the same boat that I was at the beginning, when your spouse or somebody that you're with doesn't fully get on board with this, when they start to see money, somehow their eyes open. Isn't that crazy? They just have to see that it's real. And that's really what it takes. But the company is putting these programs in place like the Pace Setter, because when you hit those ranks, when you hit those foundational ranks of Pro 3, people stay in the business. So get there fast. Okay, that's why we want to race to be urgent, especially, when we talk about the art of inviting, have some urgency in your voice. Because when you do that, when you invite them to look at something, look at material, they know just by the sound of your voice that it sounds important to you, that it's important enough to sit down, that I better sit down and take a look at this. Okay, so create some urgency when you're talking to people. But when we get our new people, you guys, it's so important in the first 24 hours, get in touch with them and get a little bit of a roadmap of what our next steps are. And that's what these units are for. So I know that after the call, Shauna's going to run through this, but I want to just speak to the units. You guys, our upline, they have been phenomenal on putting things in place for us. They work cross-line with other elites. We're talking top people in our company are putting this all together for us to help us have the possibility to be more successful. So when you say, I don't know what to do, it's probably kind of hard, I don't think I'm going to do it, that's our loss, right? That's our loss. Some people need their hand held a little bit, and they need direction. Okay, they don't need to be bossed and shown, told what to do, but they just need to be shown how we do this so that we can make it duplicatable. And that's part of these unit trainings. Okay, you can plug them in to say, here's what you do in your first 2 days. Here's what we're going to do. We'll set whatever the timeline they need to be, or they need to have, so that we're running at the same pace they want to run at. We don't want to be too pushy with people, but if you also have someone that wants to fly and you're not plugged into them and you don't know that they want to go fast, we don't want to lose those people. Okay? Success loves speed, right? It snowballs. We want that to happen. So, hi. Hey, mom just walked in. Yeah, steal those diapers. Go ahead. Okay, we'll get it. But sorry, total distractions, babies everywhere. Hi, babe. Got too many things going on in this house. But what we want to do is make sure that we plug our people in to the trainings right away, that you introduce them to the team right away and run with that urgency. So these units are going to be fantastic. And we're going to take turns going through them so we hear different voices, different trainings every Sunday, so that you know, we can count on a leader to take us through this, and people just need to be shown how easy this really can be. That's the whole point, is take the guesswork out of it. The foundation is laid. Let's just do it. So, Lindsay, great job. I'm excited about competitions. You know, we all have a little bit of a competitive bone in our body. So the fact that our team does stuff like this, the Dash for Cash, and the company does incentivize things where we want to run fast, it just pushes our business. It rewards great behaviors, and it's setting us up for success. So with that, you guys, I think I've covered all that I am to cover, but I look forward to seeing all these faces all the time, because you guys, we have a big job to do. We got a lot of people we got to talk to, because a lot of people need what we have. So with that, I will turn it over to Coach Garner, who I love to listen to because he always is going to bring us home and get us all excited again. So thanks, John. Take it away.
Hey, nice job. Nice job. Both you ladies, great job. Really good information tonight. So listen, I'm not going to take long, because we're going to get going into some training right after this call. So stay on. There's some really good information. So we'll take a couple-minute break after this and really get into those units right away, so everybody understands where they're at, how to utilize them, how they can show their team on how to utilize all that stuff as well. But first thing I want to let you guys know is there's obviously a lot of things coming. So Lindsay and Jamie both covered those. We also have some new leaderboards that are coming, right? So who likes leaderboards? I'm seeing some hands go up, right? Guys, I love leaderboards. I love them because it's inspiring. It's something that you get recognition for, right? And so I can remember back in the day in my corporate America pharmaceutical days where, you know, you would listen and wait for a recorded call. It was nothing. It was absolutely nothing, but it was a recorded call, and you would wait to see if your name came across the list, because you want to be recognized. And I know that not everybody's huge on recognition, but we all want to be recognized for the good deeds, for the good work that we do. And we're all doing an amazing job. And we just want to make sure that we recognize as many people in your organizations as possible. And once we start recognizing, if you guys have more ideas, just pass them along and we'll recognize, right? It's anytime somebody does something great, recognize them. Anything, right? So after I coach tons of sports, and so after games, during games, like little bitty things, little things make such a gigantic difference to somebody. Tiny things, right? So just to recognize somebody, say, hey, I noticed what you did. I saw what you did. And do you want to know how big of an impact? That small amount of effort creates an enormous amount of impact. And especially when you do it time and time and time again. So those leaderboards are coming out, and I hope that they are going to inspire everybody as much as they inspire me. I'm really excited for them. I'm really excited. I know that the leaders that we've talked to so far, they know how excited I am. And I think that you guys are absolutely going to love it. You're going to adore it. Now, the other thing, and you're not going to believe this, but that's all they gave me tonight to talk about. That was it. Was leaderboards. And then I said, well, what else? And they didn't give me anything. So that's a huge mistake, because I have no idea exactly where this is going. I jotted down just a couple notes. And here's what I want you guys to know, right? And guys, we have a lot of people on the call tonight. So, and I think there's always a reason. Everybody that knows me knows that I think that everything always happens for a reason, no matter what. And but tonight I want to talk to you just a little bit about time, and then I'm going to turn this thing over to Shauna, because she's already getting impatient with me, I can tell. So here's the deal, a little bit of time, right? So you guys have heard me say time and time again that time is your most precious commodity that you will ever have, right? You've heard me say that time and time again, and it is so true. Time is precious. Time is the most precious thing that you will ever have. And I want to make sure there's clarity around that tonight. So think about money. Money's important, right? It's really important. It gives us options, right, in life. It doesn't give us more time. It gives us options, right? The thing about money is you can spend money, you can lose money, you can always make it back. With time, 1 minute goes by and it's gone, and that's a minute you will never get back, ever. You can't stop time. somebody really famous, I can't remember the name at the moment. It's just the way that I am, but I hear lots of really good things. And they said that, you can't avoid getting older, right? You can't stop time. Nobody can stop time, but you can prevent getting old. Okay. You can't stop the clock, but you can certainly do things that prevent you from getting old. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you tonight is make sure that you remember that time is so precious. Urgency and fire, guys. There's not in a business like this, urgency and fire, just like Jamie said, are so incredibly important, right? So you only have so much time, and so many times I know a lot of us probably, and I used to do it. I did it up until just recently, where you make a list. Does anybody do this? Where you make a list of the things that you need to do in a day? Anybody do that? You make the list of the things that you need to do in a day. And then I started to go through that list and I realized that many of those things aren't urgent. Many of those things aren't that important, but they make the list because there's daily activities that we have to do. But those daily activities don't lead us to our goals. And at the end of the day, like, what is our goal? Why are we doing this business, right? Our business is to help millions and millions of people. And how can we help millions of people? I don't know millions of people. So how can we help them? Right? We have to expand one story at a time, right? And then be able to move on to their story, and keep expanding those stories, right? By the utilization of these phenomenal products that this company has. There is no better business. Guys, I could choose, and you can too. You can choose to do anything you want with your life. You could choose to work any business. You could choose to a million different jobs that are out there. Right? There's millions of jobs that you could choose to go do every single day. But at the end of that job, where are you at? The same place you started. It's not a difference maker. It's not a life changer. You're not changing people's lives. That's the difference. Like, those millions of jobs don't change the end game. What we're doing here, this is why this is so important. If you're doing something, do something that you find passion behind, something that you love, something that you adore, something that makes you never want to stop, right? Something that you don't want that minute to pass by, right? You want to pass along these phenomenal products because they change lives. And guys, they change lives every day. We've already changed thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. And you may not know, you may be brand new on this call tonight, and I love that. And you have to understand that when you're brand new, you have no idea where to start. More than likely, that's the way we were. And I know it doesn't, sometimes we look and they say, well, they're at this level, and you just think that they just jump to that level, right? And I get that, because I look at the people that are above me and I'm like, dang, you want to get there, and you want to get there right now. But here's the thing, right? It's just time. Value your minutes. When you win your minute, you will win your hour. When you win your hour, you will win your days. Win your days, and you will have a business that you will be able to hand down for generations and generations to come. Guys, we all could choose a million different jobs. I choose you every day. Every minute, I choose every single one of you. I'm here to help every single one of you, right? And we continue in that same passion, same energy every day. So guys, love you so very much. Great call so far. Thank you, ladies. We're going to turn this thing over to Shauna. We're going to get just a couple minutes. Shauna, I didn't take too long. I'm still early.
No, I think that, John, look at you. You're 5 minutes early. That never happens, guys. Everybody give John a big round of applause for that. I love it. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take just a couple minutes, but I want you all to find the chat. If you're going to stay on, I want you to do two things, but I want to tell you how to find the chat box. So if you're on a desktop, you just go to the bottom of your screen and there's a chat bar. Just click that and a chat bar will open and you can type. If you're on your phone or a device, you have to go to participants and then chat, okay? But I want everybody to tell me, we're gonna take a 2-minute break, and everybody who knows me knows it's because it's a potty break, for real. Right? Like, see, they're all laughing. Everyone's laughing. It's a potty break, let's be honest. But everybody might need one, not just me. But I wanna know if you're new in the business, And if you have been through the units or not, I would love just that information. We'll break for 2 and we'll be right back.